Hello. I thought with all those tomatoes that we've got from our neighbours, I'm going to make some tomato soup. It's just really the time of year for making tomato soup here in France and the UK. And yeah, I thought I'll just show you how I do that. It's so simple. And yet we're so used to just opening a tin or a packet or something. So yeah, let's make soup. Here's the gorgeous tomatoes. I've got a few here. That's plenty for soup. In fact, I'll probably save one for a salad or something. I'll take that big one out and save that. Just look at your tomatoes. See these ones, they get quite a big middle in them, so I tend to cut that out and then slice them up. So I just get a knife and cut round, just cut the centres out there. Cut any bad bits off, any bits you don't like the look of. There's a little bit there, look, I think I'll just cut that off. And that's great, this won't be wasted. Either go in the compost heap or give it to the hens, whichever. There we go, so that. What do we think, one more? No, we'll save that one as well. Let's save those two. They're so tasty. Just roughly chop your tomatoes. And then I usually add an onion, maybe a bit of garlic, whatever you want. Put some herbs in. If you've got some basil, a bit of basil. I think I'll put some basil in. There, so that's all roughly chopped. And I'm going to just pop it all in the pan. There we go. Put that on one side a minute. If you want to add any onion or garlic or anything like that, what I tend to do is I tend to just fry it off a little bit, just so it's a bit cooked. So I'll just put it in this little frying pan here. I've got a little bit of onion, not much this time. And I'm going to add some basil as well. But I'll add that later on. I'll put that in at the end, I think, because it'll just give it a nice flavour. So I just fry the onions in a little bit of butter. I must admit, I use butter quite a lot for cooking. I used to look after an elderly lady here in France. She's 99. She told me that she cooks with butter all the time. She uses butter a lot. And she said that's what people did when she was young as well. But it's just to soften the onions a little bit. That's great. And then I've got the pan with my chopped tomatoes. And I'm going to put the onions in with the tomatoes. Probably add a little bit of water. And or you could add some stock or something if you wanted, if you had some vegetable stock or whatever you like. And then I'll just leave that to bubble away for probably half an hour, something like that. I'm not very precise with these cooking things, but about half an hour. Season it, add a bit of salt and pepper, but you could add that afterwards at the end when it's all reduced a bit. Once it's all cooked, you could eat it like that, but it'd be quite lumpy with the tomatoes and the skin, because I put the skin in as well. But if you don't like the skin, you'll have to peel your tomatoes. But what I do is blend it all at the end and the skins disappear. So I feel like you're still getting some goodness from them, especially if they're homegrown. There's nothing wrong with those skins. So, like that. And the butter, not a problem. A little bit of water. There, so that's all in with the onions, in with the tomatoes. I'm going to season it at the end when it's finished reducing down. And put the lid on, got my little simmering ring underneath, and leave that for, like I say, for about half an hour. Just pick a bit of fresh basil from outside the door. It's handy having it here. Just put a few leaves just to put on the top of the soup. Okay. So the soup's ready. It looks good. I've blended it, so we've got no lumps or anything in it. And fresh tomato soup is different from what you get in a tin. And the other thing is, you can add what you want. I mean, if you want it more spicy, add a bit of cayenne pepper or some spice or something. Do what you like. That's what's so lovely about making your own things. There's no rules about it. It's actually only taken about, because it's just tomatoes and I'd already cooked the onions, really, I've just kind of warmed it all up. So really, it's taken about 10 minutes, something like that. So it's very quick as well. I'd say the whole thing from start to finish is 15 minutes. It's not difficult at all. So here we are. So let's actually add a bit of salt and pepper. I haven't done that yet. I mean, I know what me and Tom like, but if you were serving this, you could always leave it for people to add their own. There we go. Let's try a little bit to start with. The other thing you can add, of course, if you want to, is some cream. Here's my basil. Oh my gosh, that basil just smells so fantastic. I love it. So if you like basil, it goes great in tomato soup. So I just tear a few leaves, sprinkle it on the top. Actually, I'll leave Tom's. He's not quite as keen on basil as me, so I'll see what he wants to do. You know what? I'm going to go for the full thing. I'm going to put a bit of cream in as well. So there we go. Just a little bit. I always think it's nice with these videos to see the end result, and for me the end result is to taste it, so I like to share that with you as well. So I'll have a little taste. Tom's not home yet, he's coming home for lunch soon, so he'll be here any minute, so I'll just have a little taste first. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so fresh. It's the fact that you can go and pick them and eat them straight away almost. It's really good. If you like these videos, there's a couple more here. Subscribe if you want to see more of them. Ring the bell if you want to be notified as well. Have a lovely week. Bye.